has to be signed that Cafeina. If they start on the C side, win it out. If they potentially start on the T side for some reason, it's going to be having signs that they get minimum a bomb down. But here we are. Enough of our waffle, enough of our speculation. FURIA, it's a whole new battlefield for them, and I can't wait to see what they can deliver. It is Vertigo. Will we be forced onto Ancient, or will Cafeina bow down here, and will FURIA be as victorious as they were on map number 1? FURIA on the T side, Cafeina on the CT side. It is Vertigo.
I'm so excited. Vertigo is still relatively new in this map pool. I've been played it during Gamers 8 in the final against it was B4, now Fluxo. 16-14, very close affair, but I did lose it. But I do reckon FURIA might have the upper hand. Now look at this, a completely empty blue bomb site. Slowly reinforcements are starting to come, but I don't think there is enough room for them to try and stop that bomb from being planted. And now post-plant, Gabi up close. We know she was able to do her magic up in the pistol round before. Now she's just dancing around the box, Car helping around. But man, this is already looking like quite the slaughter.
It's actually marvelous, and a bit of a thick melancholy haze does hang over Cafeina's head after that round, because you'd love to be winning pistol, and the fact it just kind of goes really badly is always something that's going to be a little bit scary for them. Now they head into the rest of this half. Really good from the individuals. The bullets just hit. There's nothing too much to say. Like, you connected your shots. Gabs, Car, and Gabi, all of them succeeding in that pistol round, and now for Cafeina, we're going to see them back on somewhat of a force buy. A 5.7, a Deagle, dual Berettas, and 2 MP9s. It's not the worst purchases, but for FURIA, they have a lot of primary rifles, a lot of rifles with that, with only ANA-X on that SMG, so it's looking like a really strong purchase from FURIA straight out the gate.
Walking up, and now the double nades, they certainly have been hurt. And Law sitting right around the scaffolding, hoping for a timing to come her way. Being patient, checks the close corner first. And now, oh, the shot's not quite hitting. Maybe she had a chance, but now izaa strikes with a 2K of her own. And the bomb immediately can be planted once again, and there is just so much util. There's already another re-smoke, and they still have even an additional smoke left if they want to get all this control going their way. Maybe don't want to get too aggressive. ANA-X does get, or is met with an MP9 in the face. That causes now Lulu to get nice and close. Maybe trying to hunt down one more of these rifles.
Yeah, the MAC-10 especially, the maybe reason why we saw her be a little bit over-aggressive was just to get the extra 600 kill bonus, and it doesn't really matter if you do done at MAC-10. It's probably the one weapon that you can recycle out. However, an AK dying there in the hands of Car is always going to be negative. Can they even pick it up? I am looking at the minimap. I can see Smitten running over. However, the AK doesn't get claimed, and that's actually a bit of a deficit for Cafeina, but I do like how they saved 3 players there, because it was an unwinnable retake. Let's be honest, they were never going to actually claim that. They get an extra $1,200 across the 2 individuals who got MP9 frags, and it also means that this round could just be that little bit more contestable. You have a little bit more oomph and a little bit more in your step, because you can at least contest, and that's a very dangerous thing for FURIA. You need to be very careful of these SMGs, and they are going to throw some pace to the bomb site and middle. However, very wrong parts and the extremities of this map, especially the A bombs of FURIA, is now going to be dominated.
Just the unfortunate wrong gamble. Law is slowly sneaking up behind, but she's taking a sweet time trying to sneak, of course. And FURIA was already with that bomb back up on the side. The smoke's into play. And Gabi, oh, I was a bit asleep. Not quite ready for that one. So that's a free AK. These gaps will trade immediately. But on paper, still a very strong position here for FURIA to be in. Car. Not quite with her up just yet, just trying to farm some cash with that Mech-10. And look at this, it's a sort of a beta switch scenario. Maybe that flash will actually become the better of Car. But looks like they are sitting on tight. izaa, ANA-X, and they are all mowing them down. Bit of damage for Cafeina. And of course, this is what you ultimately were hoping for with those couple of SMGs into the mix. FURIA make it nice and clean, 3-0.
Definitely could have been dangerous, but when you have Kaah in such an oppressive position like that with her Mac 10, it's actually just really easy for the whole squad in general. And as they take the 3rd and 3 in a row, still flawless on Vertigo, this is where they fell down last. Oh, it's a missmoke. Ooh, now that's not a great start. I was going to say this is where Cafeina maybe got some success in the previous game. However, off to a poor start with the smoke, it's going to leave them with not the ability to aggress down, but they're still going to choose to do it anyways. Lulu strikes first. However, the rest of her teammates decapitated as aahSENSEI, she is not then done there. She is continuing to try and push up, and unfortunately, she'll be forced away. But with the player advantage right now, I feel like FURIA, this is looking like a pretty unlosable position, and aahSENSEI is even going to add further to her tally.
Yeah, he was a bit tempted to maybe push even further. But at the end of the day, if you want to win it clean, this is the way to do it. Being patient, and Cafeina with such a heavy investment, not really much you can do. Probably even waiting, sitting for an exit is a bit risky, because if you lose your weapons, maybe these rifles can really try and help you advance in the next round to come. Now Smitten, being super low, needs to get the hell out of there. They're still sitting close, and aahSENSEI on the hunt. Ooh, not quite making the right decision. Too many angles to look at. gaahS will answer right back, though, leaving Smitten in a top position. gaahS will easily pick her right up. Sure, a bit more costly, but with 4 in a row, it won't be hurting the economy of FURIA at all.
In the end, it's worthwhile sending a few players forward to maybe lose their life or go in a trade, as long as that Cafeina don't have any rifles bronze this round. And that can be a very dangerous equity when you do have that solo rifle somewhere on a map that can actually go nuclear. But instead now, it's going to be straight pistols for the CT side. And FURIA looking to replicate the success on map 1, and right now they're starting on a very good pace. Very nice change here from FURIA. They've actually been playing very aggressively towards ramp as a pact, and because of that, we see Cafeina trying to force themselves over, and there's going to be met with just 2 players, and it's going to be desolation for Cafeina. A team kill in the mix of a grenade, loads of damage applied. Right now for FURIA, I don't see how this round gets any goes wrong, and in general, this game is seeming like a very good start for them.
Already repositioned here for the flank. Oh, that's a bit scary. Does pre-fire, does hit the shot, gets away with it. Damage eliminated, and once again Smitten by herself. Does have an AK recovered, so that would be nice if you can keep that and move that with you into the next round. But starting to get already a bit of a deja vu, of course. Don't want to see it be, yeah, such a one-sided affair. Would love for Cafeina to really bounce back, potentially in the next round. There is enough money that it could do it.
I mean, that goes without being said. You never want to sit here and prey on a team's downfall. You always want to see them be contestable. And for Cafeina, especially when I was talking about seeing some sort of improvements from a game like this, they want to at least be having some sort of T-side where they can learn off. Because in the first map, well, they didn't even get the ability to play on their C-side whatsoever. So they can't learn from that, which is very unfortunate. But right now, FURIA, they're looking to do what they do best. With a change in their default, the Bombers actually going to be heading over towards middle with 3 players, and just on the extremities, maintaining some of that pressure, but towards mid, this is where the contact's going to be taken. Fortunately for Cafeina, Lulu is here and ready and primed with her big green.
Is she ready for the boost, though? Oh, no! She had spotted the feet and a bit doubtful of where the peak was going to come from first, and she actually loses that fight. izaa is on a roll once again. 2 kills for her. And that's on IGL. She's just popping off. Sure, there's a trade, but the damage has once again already been done. Such a pivotal part of the map has been lost, and FURIA is not going to hesitate, making moves immediately.
Very unfortunate. Lulu puts a little bit too much mustard on the corn dog there with her flick. And now, because of these first 2 kills, and especially with that third, Gabs is basically going to secure this round, and it's going to force the last two individuals with Cafeina to make that lonely walk towards the A bomb side. But can they even survive? Can they even get away? No, because Gabs is unrelenting. She doesn't want anyone to survive, doesn't want anyone to save. And is Abby next on the chopping block? Apparently so. Izaa X finds that last kill, secures the 6th, and once again, no one is safe from this desolation.
Not at all. And it's so rough. It's like in the individuals, you see some indecisiveness, you see some fear almost of the potential of getting overwhelmed. So they want to be ready for it, they want to anticipate, but in that, they don't look as sharp as FURIA is. They are confident and they peak with that same confidence. And I don't really see that at the moment on the flip side. But tactical timeout, at least here, coming into the mix right now. You need to step it up. Of course, we know Vertigo has been shifting more towards T side, but it's a bit scary. Cafeina's still yet to put their first CT round up on the board.
It is very early doors, so I never, and I say this all the time, I never like to judge these first few rounds as basically what's going to happen in the whole game. However, it is a little bit scary when it is FURIA who have already shown that they can be dominant on map 1. But there's always a chance for comeback, and 6 rounds is not out of this world, just not capable to come back on. And Gabs is probably going to get caught off guard here. There's 3 players in middle, and exactly that. Lulu finds her head, and as it gets rocked, that is finally the player advantage for Cafeina. I think the first time I've said that in a long, long time. And AK also upgraded in the hands of Lulu herself.
We can maybe see a bit of a duplicate of what we saw over on Mirage, where once an AK got recovered, it actually made miles, and Cafeina was able to steal a round away on pistols. This time being CT might be a bit tricky, especially with all those smokes currently lining up on the site. But they're actually sort of waiting for Cafeina to make a move. Oh, but this is so good. Gabby on the flank, pushed all the way through B. Oh!
Never mind.
Lulu was ready for that.
Oh, these deagles, okay. They're rocking everyone's heads. And the timings, they elude FURIA, and okay.
Wow.
What is that from Cello? That was ridiculous. She swings in and just annihilates everyone. Cafeina, if there's ever a time to put around the board, that would be it. And they do it in such a defying manner as well.
That was so nice. If Cafeina can now actually convert and try and break the economy eventually, FURIA, this round could be the one that breaks it all. The one that kickstarts it. But we do know how things ended after a round like this over on Mirage, so we need to be a bit on the safe side. Conservative, perhaps. But it is good to see that glimmer of hope.
Yeah, a little bit apprehensive. You know, we can't get ahead of ourselves. We need to just rein in the horses a little bit. Already, though, I love the setup from Cafeina. They know that if they can test ramp, it's not going to work out because they've tried and it hasn't worked. So instead, they're going to send their AWP to take so much space towards middle so early on. And right now, she hasn't taken the impact. So she hasn't got the kill, but what she's done is completely cleared out that part of the map and gone, okay, I can come back and play a little bit more defensive towards middle and come towards A. The issue now, if you're not going to contest ramp, and if the first team comes in, you have to actually reinforce the bomb site. And sadly enough, they're actually going to lose their first individual, and the bombs are going to be planted with the advantage in favor of FURIA.
This time there are kits and there is so much util on board as well to try and counter this after plan of FURIA. The smokes at least are already definitely going to really sort of split up FURIA. When we have a couple of people over towards ramp, Anna X here in short being contested, but now no one actively watching it, and she can just mow them down. Well, this is exactly what you want to see. The timings hit perfectly, and I thought the setup was good. Cafeina tried to separate and isolate these individuals of FURIA so they can't pit together. And what they do, they just all look the same angle. They don't even consider short to be an option.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even necessarily think short was, even if they had held short, I don't think that was going to be a worry because the spam was just raining down upon them from ramp. And as I said, if you are going to give up this space very early on as a city side, you have to be able to reinforce the bomb site when the hit comes in, or at least have some sort of a retake prepped. And unfortunately, that just wasn't the case. Now, a bit of a change up. We're going to actually see 2 AWPs in play for Cafeina. Smitten with one over towards the B bomb site. She hasn't actually seen really any impact or contact this whole game, just because no one has come towards this B bomb side. However, speaking about that orb, it gets struck down towards A as they go peeking aggressively. Cafeina, they try to change it up in this round. They try to put a little bit more presence towards that side of the map aggressively, and because of that, they will find nothing but lead.
Alright, that's a nice headshot at least. Try and still stay alive. And especially with the money being quite low on her teammates, it would be so nice if she can just try and keep a hold of this. But goes on a bit of a lookout, a bit on the scout, and maybe make it a bit more costly. But the FURIA is not really going to matter that much. And the gap is ever so big. 7 rounds currently between these two. And once again, another tactical timeout here being called for Cafeina.
I like the tactical timeout being called. I like the idea that Cafeina are just slowing it down a little bit and give them some time to work with. But when we were talking about how that round can't be an isolated affair, it has been. They win that one round and it was so crisp. Chalelo with the deagle, the hand cannon, as well as Lulu with her picked up AK. They lay waste to FURIA, and their bodies, they do hit the cold hard ground. However, they get risen back up once again. And in these next few rounds, they have just not missed a beat. Very identical to map 1. And look at this utility raining in, shrapnel flying everywhere. HP so tantalizingly low. And with that, they will actually find trades. However, Laurel needs to be able to get away, and I don't think she's going to be able to because Gad's on the other side waiting. Is she going to claim the frag? Yes! And that's the round over alongside the bomb site caving in.
Great timing here on the cross there. And once again, we'll continue to put that pressure up on Cafeina. Looks like a very promising round. Ooh, let's be careful. Stella wanted maybe to go for a push. Can go for the spray on through, but also needs to wait for a teammate who is coming up the ramp. Gets that kill, and now they need to continue to pressure to get there. Timing missed on short. That's actually really good. It's Alelo. That is the kill you need to be getting. Car now up 1 versus 2. She definitely can keep a hold of it, but misses a shot. A very uncanny one. We usually don't really see her miss one of these, but that is the opportunity to strike, and that was actually so nicely played. Really well done together, and Cafeina with now a 2nd round up on the board.
Honestly, a round where I didn't think it was going to be winnable. I closed it off. I said, you know what, the A bomb site's caved. They've got the player advantage. It's a 3 versus 2 in favor of FURIA. The 2 other individuals for Cafeina were way too outstretched and way too far away. Also just separated. But as you said, a bit of a rare miss from Car there, and with that, FURIA, well, they can't get a 16-1 again, and this is looking a little bit better. However, already off to a negative start. These nades, they've been placed in identical positions 2 rounds in a row, and guess what? 2 rounds in a row, we're just gonna see the exact same thing formulate. This time, it isn't a 3v2, it's a 4v2. Even with Gabs on 1 HP, she's still alive and kicking, and I think Cafeina, they might just count their losses here, and as soon as they find success, it all comes crumbling away.
Yeah, even with Gabs being on 1 HP, there's just nothing you can do. The money's still low on 2 of the players, so you kind of need your economy to stabilize. Because at the end of the day, we're already 11 rounds in here, and there's not that much wiggle room anymore in the first half. You need every cash you can get in order to try and contest for these last couple. Oh, Gabby on the hunt. That is rough. Losing potentially your op here as well. That would be probably the worst investment here to lose. She does hang on. But of course, now the others know where she is. So not quite sure if they will go hunt. Actually, don't think so. They're stuck on ramp. So the orb can be transferred over. But what can they do with it?
They need to do something quite marvelous because this is running away from them. There will be another purchase in. And I think what's so alarming is that FURIA have thrown the complete same util set and have done the exact same thing a couple rounds in a row now, and it's worked out flawlessly. You can see 5 grenades being bought. That's so unusual from Vertigo. They're finding so much util damage, you can start to understand why. And even though the majority do actually miss there, oh, yeah, one will still connect, but it doesn't even matter. The head gets cleanly taken off, and izaa encroaching forward. If Gabs is actually a collateral.
Wow.
What's that from Lulu? Okay. That round was looking very dire. It was looking like history was going to repeat itself, but no. Lulu finally steps in. You said they have to do something with the AWP, and my God, they do. However, is the round actually secured? No. But look at this aggression from Smitten. There's no way that Gabby expects it. Now it's Car. The AWP on her back, but she's choosing to use the hand cannon, peeking in. This Deagle has to hit the first headshot, and my God, what is that? And it comes down to 1v1. Lulu, she's done everything, but is it enough?
I really need to see a replay of Lulu from like her perspective, because I saw 3 kills in just a blink of an eye, and I want to know how she did that. But now Kat needs to read the situation, and she does so. And even though in her last clutch she did miss her shot, this time she won't. Brings FURIA to double digits.
That is an inconceivably incredible round from Lulu. You literally came into this being like, she has to do something. Bam, first kill, and I was like, okay, we've seen these trades come through. I'm expecting something from FURIA where they maybe get the trade out, and no, bam, a collateral. Even though Gabs and izaa were both so close, they line up, but it does not matter. Car, the AWP player with FURIA, she steps up when necessary, and as you said, this time will not miss a beat.
Pistol slowly lurking to try and creep on through. And, well, it's doing exactly that. At least on X4. But that's all the way at the other side of the map. Meanwhile, FURIA setting foot on this B bomb site. And it's so tricky right now. You can try and maybe make it a bit more costly. Get one of these weapons away. You can try to go for it.
Understand why. And as the Crusade embarks towards the B bomb site, the trades are even. However, a Molotov being placed on the bomb itself could actually just secure the round. It's going to be a 10-second defuse and a flashbang. It's incredible from Car. She even gets the no-scope alongside that. And now, as I said, 10-second defuse. Lulu, if she had a kit, we actually could have toyed with the idea of it being winnable. But unfortunately, that Crusade comes tumbling down and the artillery strikes 4-11 in favor of FURIA.
At least there is now tons of cash for Cafeina on the back of, you know, close to winning out a round like that. But once again, the gap is ever so big. The pressure is on. And especially, you know, keeping in the back of our mind something like round difference if there were to be a tie. Even if you're not going to be winning it today, getting rounds up on the board is so important. And Smitten already going out first. That will send the pressure up. FURIA, they don't want to stop here, but they will actually be stopped. Solello anchoring here on that boy bomb site. Car, ever so ready. Now blinded, needs to be a bit careful. Does get away, but her teammate is still stuck.
It's all a ploy though, because AnaRx, she is pursuing this A bomb site, and she's going to find it's completely vacant. You said Gabby was stuck, but it's actually ingenious because they know she's towards white box. They know they have to clear her. And now they're actually going to completely depart from her position, but this is when she initiates her lurk. 2 players actively on the bomb site for Car and AnaRx, the 2 high HP players, and the flashbangs are just withholding them alongside the AWP shooting out. Is Gabby even going to be needed, Veerless? Oh, hello.
She wasn't expecting that at all. Well, that's a freebie. And okay, not quite the second one, but at the end of the day, a kill's a kill. And yeah, that was just a little bit of a gift she got handed for free. And now Law does have an AK, but it's sort of every single round. It's like we're repeating ourselves. It's still not again around going the way of Cafeina, and the gap is, well, big. 10 rounds. Definitely not impossible. But it is, once again, a very uphill battle. FURIA have everything going their way. They're in pole position to take this one home in a 2-0 fashion. Unless Cafeina can turn it around.
I think, sadly enough, my prediction, Villas, as bold as it may have been, sadly, is potentially not formulating. And even though they do have the full 5 with Lawler stepping in, well, back in for this map, it's just looking a bit dire and doing what they do best. FURIA charging up that A ramp, and it's only going to be success in their eyes. Third team, they're vying for it, and with no one even suffering a blow, Cafeina are going to have to go on this pursuit of a 2 versus 5, fairly unwinnable retake. And with the utility thrown so deep, with so much utility also left, the flashbangs are actually going to send Gabs forward. And I think this could just be it for the half.
They want to get aggressive. Only Solillo stuck behind a smoke, and they might just go for a hunt, honestly. It's 5v1. What can Cafeina even do? A bit of a tough spray down, and that's 13-2. Once again, a dominant half of FURIA. And Cafeina need to bring it back. Can they do so? We'll find out after this break.
Stand flag up and road to nomadic plans. In a quiet town, bodies fall upon sacred ground. Burn that flag and a king is crowned. Coming to get you. I'm coming.
There's a very big lead between these two teams. We need Cafeina to step it up right here, right now, or else FURIA will be running away with, once again, a very dominant victory. And this is really the FURIA that we are used to seeing. You know, aggressive, ahead of their opponents every single occasion. But now they need to deal with counter-aggression. Cafeina is just running up this side. Smitten does get 2 kills. Needs to be aware of Gabi, who is still standing here. How is Gabi even still alive? No one is dealing with her. Eventually, she will be dealt with. But there is definitely already good damage dealt. This time, it is in favor of Cafeina. 3v1. And it's izaa, who was the hero in the previous pistol, to now try and do it again as duel is in the hands. That's the first kill going away. They almost line up. So much damage dealt. But on the flip side, izaa is also just 18 HP. Has definitely a fair shot at it, but she needs to get the kill very nice and fast. It is the headshot that will do so. 14-2 for FURIA.
That could just be the nail in the coffin right there. That 1v3. They were just not hitting her. And izaa, who was so good over towards A ramp on that CT side, continues, as you said, 19-8. Incredible from her. And unfortunately, in the end there, Law just had no armor. So you had that 1v1 with someone on low HP and no armor. And especially when everyone around you dies and your whole teammates die, it starts to get a little bit scary. And izaa, this right here, like, how is she not dying? How has she got the kill instead? And with only 9 HP, I think, remaining at the end there, that is what separates the two. And with that, FURIA, I feel like this could be their time. And the 11th hour might just be upon us for Cafeina, with the action continuing towards ramp.
Aggression. These are just hunting them down as we speak. The scout making magic happen. And well, the 4 is over and done with. But it's like a speed run here today.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. I'm confused at what's going on, and that pistol round is so devastating because you had such good entries and such a good round by Cafeina. You had Lulu, who's had a great map, to be honest, with her entries as well over towards ramp. She's actually been really good at getting his opening kills on the CT side. But right here now, unfortunately, that P250 of hers, it just couldn't quite deal the flying blow. And now this could be it. Doomsday awaits for Cafeina. They might survive for one more day. However, I think this could just be a formality, and already Car opens up the fragging department. AnaRex gets a kill without even realizing, and with that, everyone's bodies hit the cold hard floor. And FURIA, they do it flawlessly to find 16 and complete the series 2-0.
Yeah, this is dominance in the way we are used to seeing on the side of FURIA. Maybe not this dominant,